Okay, this is the third video on the Vector Day 1 IB style. So go back and find the other two. Okay, so this first thing, what they're asking us to do is to come up with, to describe the component form of these different vectors. And yes, K-O-S-H, I did that on purpose. Okay, so vector OK, notice I've started at O, I've gone to K, I went at a -5 and a +3, so this is -5, +3. I didn't want to write because it would, I'll draw on this in just a second. I think I know what the point is at the end. On this one, so KO means I start here and I get to O. And so that's going now in a positive 5 and then a -3. Notice I just switched the signs. Okay. OS, I start here and I'm moving 4 in the X direction and 1 in the Y. OH, I'm going -2, -4. KS starts here and gets all the way to S. So I've gone from -5 to +4. That means I went 9 units. From 3 to 1, I went down 2. So this is 9, -2. SK would do the opposite. I would go -9, +2. Okay, H starts here at -2 for the X value and goes to +4, so that's 6. And then I have to go from -4 to +1. That's going up 5 units. And then what is this, KH? I went from -5 to -2, so I went in a +3 with my X, and then I came from +3 to -4, that's down 7. Okay, so here's what we want to talk about, and here's kind of the big takeaway. There's all these crazy little vectors. Let's see, let's talk about how would I find vector KS? Okay, that's the vector that I want to find. Well, I know, notice that point K, we write points like -5, +3. Points are sideways, you know, the values are next to each other. Vectors, so like vector OK, we write the one on top of the other, the X value on top of the Y value. This is a point, this is a vector. If you mix them up, you'll lose points on the test or quiz. Okay, so make sure you get that right. So if we know what this point is, and we know what this point, say S over here is the point 4, 1, what you're going to need to do, there it's S, whatever, now I match. What you're going to need to do is you need to go from these 2 points, how do I come up with this vector, KS, easily and all the time? So let me show you this. If I go from, I have vector OK, you see that vector going this way, and I have vector OS coming this way. If I want to get KS, can you see? Yes, you can. KS is equal to, well, I started here, so I have to do a negative OK, and then a positive OS. Okay, so that means I can start here and end here, so I have to go negative and then a positive. What we typically do is we'd say vector KS is equal to vector OS minus vector OK. And so what I'll do is I'll say, okay, well, vector OS is the same idea as the coordinates OS, but I've written them in the different notation because they're different. And then I take that vector and I subtract, so I take where I end minus where I began. Okay, so let's see. 4 minus a -5 equals 9. 1 minus 3, 1 minus 3, 1 minus 3 right here gives me that -2. And that's how we find a vector in component form if we know 2 coordinates where it is. All right, go practice. We'll see if I make another video.